This evening, I had the honor of presenting to you the competent men and women of the St. Lucia Labour Party who are going to stem the rapid decline in the social and economic decline of our country and commence the long and challenging task of rebuilding St. Lucia to be a place where we can once more be proud of. The men and women presented to you tonight have all excelled in their professional and political lives and are willing and able to continue to offer their services to the people of St. Lucia. The last 5 years have been difficult and trying times for most St. Lucians. These difficult and trying times have been largely on account of an unprecedented period of bad governance by a government that has been reckless, uncaring, and out of touch with the average St. Lucian. It gives me no pleasure to report that among countries in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, our country has suffered the biggest economic decline, 23.8% for the year 2020. The country's level of public debt has ballooned under this UWP government to almost 4 billion, again the highest among countries within the ECCU. According to the ECCB, 60% of the increase in the total public debt among OECS countries can be accounted for by the increase in St. Lucia's public debt. And even with all this borrowing, the government's management of the COVID-19 pandemic has left us with the unenviable record within the OECS of having the most COVID-19 related deaths and the most number of cases of infected people, 5,330. In fact, these cases of deaths and infections for St. Lucia are greater than the related accumulated figures for the other OECS countries. We seem to have secured the records for all the wrong things, all because of the poor management of the St. Lucian economy by this current government. This election is about rescuing St. Lucia. It's about preventing St. Lucia from becoming a failed state, where our institutions have lost legitimacy due to widespread corruption, violation of laws and standards of good governance, and their failure to meet their obligations to the citizens. Many honest and patriotic St. Lucians share that assessment, and whilst they don't agree with all our concerns or even our approaches, they are agreed that we should act in a manner that best secures the best outcome for St. Lucia. We have called on and are calling on all persons of goodwill to join in the fight, play their parts independently or as a collective in removing the threat that this current UWP administration represents to the viability of our beloved St. Lucia. Against that consideration, the St. Lucia Labour Party has decided not to field candidates in either Central Castries or Castries North in this election. We have taken this decision because there are other persons who have offered themselves to these constituencies. Those other persons whom we believe have admirably represented these constituencies in the past and are more than capable of doing it again. Let me be clear. These persons are not members of our party, nor they have applied for membership. We have in the past disagreed on several things, but we are in one accord on the clear and present danger of this UWP administration. Therefore, we should not fight each other, but we should marshal our energies to ensure that we, as patriotic St. Lucians, confront and amputate this peril in our land. My sisters and brothers, hope is on the horizon to reverse this decline we are currently experiencing. In the coming days, we shall continue to present to you our plans for one St. Lucia, where every citizen will have an opportunity to contribute to the development of the country, and we will be able to have a fair share in this economic growth. I call on all St. Lucians to join us in the fight against the evils of government corruption, high levels of crime, victimization, political exclusion, marginalization of the poor and vulnerable, political intimidation, and a deplorable healthcare system. Overcoming those evils in the next general elections will be vital if we are to save our country from further ruin. And so, we have provided strategic space for others to successfully join in that fight. We call on all of you to support these patriots who have joined that fight and receive the hand of support in that fight. Wherever you can, in the coming days, leading to the general elections, I call on all St. Lucians to continue to observe the COVID-19 protocols, avoid and discourage acts of violence, and remember that we all have to live and work together for a better St. Lucia after July 26. Let us do what is best for our country by supporting change for a better St. Lucia under the St. Lucia Labour Party, which I intend to provide servant leadership with humility, a sense of fairness and inclusiveness. May God bless St. Lucia.
Red and ready, St. Lucia, we brave and ready again. Red and ready, St. Lucia, we brave and ready.